Hi, yeah. Oh wow, my camera's crooked. So, it's been a while since I've done a daily Stoic. There we go. Yeah, don't mind. Yeah, currently my room's a mess. Maybe because I wasn't reading enough daily Stoics. I'm like 2 months behind, but I'm just gonna start and go. Yeah, it won't be the correct day, but maybe I'll skip ahead. Maybe I won't. Anyways, today is the power of the mantra. Erase the false, and don't mind the construction sounds in the background either. Erase the false impression from your mind by constantly saying to yourself, I have it in my soul to keep out any evil, desire, or disturbance. Instead, see the true nature of things. I will give them only their due. Always remember this power that nature give you. Anyone who has taken a yoga class or has been exposed to Hindu or Buddhist thought has probably heard of the concept of a mantra in Sanskrit. I don't know if I said that. Sanskrit? I don't know if I'm saying that right. It means sacred utterance. Maybe my mantra is that construction sound. Essentially a word, a phrase, a thought, even a sound. Oh, so when I was reading 50 Cent's, or listening to 50 Cent's audiobook, I think it was 2 summers ago, yeah, it was in summer 2021. I was listening to his. I remember, yeah, I had a job watering trees in Montreal, and I remember, fuck, I kind of miss that job. I hope those people are doing well. Yeah, in 50 Cent's book, he said, "I'll give you a mantra if no one gives it to you, because it's like they're supposed to be given to you." And he said, "Your mantra is I am." And actually, at the time, I was saying "je suis." I was like, I gotta do everything in French, even meditation. Spring's a weird time for me, I'm not gonna lie. I always feel kind of down in spring. Every spring around this time. Actually, I haven't been broken up with this year, but... And then I had that thought the other day, is like, every March I've basically been broken up with. Other than 2019, that was like, I saw someone for 2 years, but yeah. No, I wasn't dating anyone in March 2019, so like that. But yeah, no, and I've also realized it's like, yeah, I've had a girlfriend like every year, so I think I need to go at least a good 2 years without a girlfriend, just to really become one of my own. Learn to love yourself. That thing. Honestly, I hate. Like, I like self-help stuff, but I'm just so burnt out by it, too. I'm so burnt out. And I hate the phrase, do the work. No one ever says what it means. Like, just, you gotta do the work. You gotta do the work, man. Yeah, but, like, what work? Like, what work? Saying this phrase at someone, like, do push-ups. You know, that's actually more specific. I was trying to think of a useless example. But, like, I don't like the saying... I had an acting coach that I fucking hated when I was younger, because she was such a rude bitch to all the guys. Except the guys that she thought, Tammy Gillis, fucking bitch. And I remember she would like contradict herself so hard on things she said. Like, I remember one thing, she'd be like, oh, when you come in, you need to like say hi and stand there and make presence known, and don't just go there and sit right on the mark when you're coming into an audition. You need to like say hi to the producers. Don't just go and stand on the mark, because then you're just another robot. And then I, like, next class I did that, and she's like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like, what? And she's like, why would you do that? Like, when we were doing mock auditions, she's like, why would you do that? I was like, because you told me that. No, I didn't. And I was like, no, you... Stop talking! And this is, like, in front of a whole class of people. And she's like, I would never say that. That's stupid. You should just get in there, be down to business, and go there. So, as crazy as I think I am sometimes, I'm realizing that people are crazier than me. I don't think I'm crazy, but I have a lot to work on, as I think everyone else does. But I think the most dangerous type of person is the type of person that doesn't think they have anything to work on. But yeah, anyways, I think, like, do the work. And she said that a lot. I like wouldn't say what the work is, but like, yeah. Um, but I guess like in that case, it's kind of obvious. It was like, okay, well, like study your lines and stuff, and like I just think it's better to like give specific examples of like maybe try this. You need to do the work. It's like that's a very vague thing to say. You need to clean the shop. It's like, but I was trying to think of something useless to say, but that's even. You know what? And I don't think anyone that says that is an asshole. I think that acting coach was an asshole. She's an asshole. But I think people that say that are trying to push you to better yourself, and I realize that sometimes. And I know there's someone watching that like, oh, he's talking about me. No, I'm not talking about you. And like, I guess see, this is supposed to be just a Daily Stoic quote, and I always end up laughing. But like, no, I recently had a friend like just fucking lambaste me, and I think he was trying to help me, and he's from somewhere else. And if anyone follows me on Instagram, I like to post witty things. And he was like, "Your humor is disgusting. You're a disturbed human being. Like no one thinks you're funny." It's like, well, I was like, well, I have like 8,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I'm sure some people think I'm funny. And it's like, if that's not your humor, that's fine. But and like, I think in his mind, maybe he was trying to help me. Like maybe he thought he was trying to help, or maybe it came from a place that he thinks he's better. I'm actually been like racking my brain about this. I'm like, maybe this dude thinks that he was helping me by being like that towards me. Like, but I don't know. It's just like weird because I'm like, why the hell did he think that? And he's like, you're a loser. You're disturbed. You can't stand up for yourself. You're not a man. You're not noble. And it's just like, and then he told me I don't know anything about being Canadian. He's like, you're not like other Canadians. I told him, I said, like, dude, like, Canadians are kind of known for being able to say what they want and being vulgar sometimes. Like, you know, we have the biggest output of comedians, like, other than America. And, like, you know, think of Canadian comedians, vulgar humor. Like, and I don't think I, like, post anything weirdly that vulgar. I post, like, me doing a hip thrust and being like, this is the exercise for your mom. I don't think that's, like, disgustingly vulgar. And, but he said something like, because I was like, why didn't you criticize these? Like, why don't you say anything to these girls when they're being vulgar? Like, they said like vulgar things, and you don't have this much to say. And he was like, well, because they're women, they're whores, their opinions don't matter. You're a man, you should be noble. I was like, oh. So then, like, that makes me think of the quote, and like when I was having that problem with that dude last week, which I'm still thinking about weirdly. Obviously, I have a lot of stoic work to do. Got to do the work. Which I guess, see if I were to specifically outline that, is reading and meditating. But yeah, I guess like Marcus Aurelius, like my aunt actually, Char, she sent me a video, like around that time. I don't even know if I told her about this, but it was about like when you receive criticism, and it was a Marcus Aurelius video, and it was a I think I'm the same person now. It was a Ryan Holiday who wrote the book that I'm reading, The Daily Stoic, and it's mostly Marcus Aurelius. That's why I'm getting them all confused. But it was talking about, like, look at where this criticism comes from. And, like, sometimes people criticize you to try and make you better. And sometimes people are way too harsh about it. And sometimes just people want to put you down and tell you you're stupid and what you're doing is stupid. Like, I've seen fathers do this too to their sons, and then yet if someone else were to do the same thing, they think it's cool. I remember, it was funny, yeah, I remember my dad, I wanted to try and get singing lessons just to get a better voice when I was younger, and like, yeah, but to be able to sing better. I remember him making fun of me in the car, and then like, oh, I'm driving my son to singing lessons. And then, like, 5 years later when he was trying to date this chick that was a singer, and we went to this country show. He's like, oh man, I wish I got you into singing lessons. Like, he said that in front of people. He's like, those guys make some pretty good money, eh? It's like, ah. So I think, like, just because you're not a person that criticizes people, like, it's something I realized. Like, just, I used to think, like, that everyone is, like, 10% away from me. Either 10% better or worse than me. And just because I wouldn't do something, like, I would think that other people wouldn't want to do it too, right? And maybe that's very self-centered. But it's like, I would never just want to harshly criticize someone for no reason, but then maybe I'm missing times in my life where I have. Maybe I have harshly criticized people. And yeah, and I think they think they're doing it out of benefit to you. Or at least, and in a more sinister way, maybe they're doing it out of benefit because they want to change you in a way that suits them. And thinking back to that guy that said that about women, like, he was an overly religious guy. And it was weird. He was like kind of projecting it onto his other friends. He's like, you're not a Catholic man, or you're not very religious. You don't have good morals. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, look at this other friend in our group. He has strong Catholic morals. And I asked that friend, I said, are you Catholic? Like, you've never heard you talk about it. He's like, no. And I was like, he's like, did this dude say I am? And it was like, yeah. And it's like weird. I think that dude's trying to change his friends and project onto his friends what he is. And like, yeah, he just discovered religion not too long ago. Anyways, I don't even think I finished the quote. Essentially a word, a phrase, a thought, even a thought, intended to carry clarity or spiritual guidance. A mantra can be especially helpful in the meditative process because it allows us to block out everything while we focus. It's fitting then that Marcus Aurelius would suggest that this Stoic mantra, a reminder or a watch phrase to use when we feel false impressions, distractions, or the crush of everyday life upon us. It says essentially, I have the power within me to keep that out. I can see the truth. Change the wording you like. This part is up to you, but have a mantra and use it to find clarity you crave. So Curtis Jackson gave me my mantra, so I feel I should give you yours if anyone's still watching. The words I am. I think those are powerful, and I think, you know what, and with meditation, I fall in and out of it, and but in moments when I'm feeling like very flustered by life, I'm gonna stop and say I am in my head, because, you know, muttering to yourself makes you seem fucking crazy. I mean, you can try it. Let me know how it goes. Also, yeah, feel free to comment. Like, let me think of, like, maybe I need to, like, everything extra other than the quote, maybe I just need to put in videos itself. Yeah. So, there's that. So anyways, talk to you guys later. I'm going to be on tomorrow. I might do another one today, too. I don't know. Who fucking knows? Ciao for now. Bye.